Michigan.
Hey, what is up, guys? Math is 97, and there's a big kick by Rob Van Dam. But welcome to another episode of WWE 13 Universe Mode. And if I'm correct, this is episode number 79. We're bringing you guys Monday Night Raw. And we're gonna kick things off here with Brock. Hang on, let me redo this. Brock Lesnar versus Rob Van Dam. The whole damn show, Mr. Monday Night, going up against the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar, we know he's furious after what happened last week in his match with Dean Ambrose, in which he was defeated by Ambrose. And you have to know Brock Lesnar, he's pissed, and John Laurinaitis has given him this matchup against certainly a high-profile opponent, Rob Van Dam. And we know these two have faced off in the past. If you remember, it was Brock Lesnar versus RVD for the Intercontinental Championship. RVD ended up leaving with the Intercontinental title, but he certainly was taken out by Brock Lesnar. And these two, they've had great matches before, and this is shaping up to be possibly another classic between these two. And Brock Lesnar with a big clothesline nearly took RVD's head off there. But we know Brock Lesnar, he's been embroiled with some, I don't want to say a feud, but he's been, I'm trying to think of like a, can't remember the word, but he's been in confrontations with the Shield, we'll say that. And Brock Lesnar, we know, he's had a match, or a losing match against Roman Reigns. He has, I think he had a handicap match in which he won by disqualification thanks to the Shield grabbing a chair. We know Brock Lesnar lost to Ambrose last week, but left Raw with the upper hand, attacking Ambrose post-match. And we know Brock Lesnar has also destroyed Primo and Epico in a handicap match. Primo still hasn't recovered from that Kimura lock. His arm was broken, so who knows when we'll see the return of Primo. But anyways, now Brock Lesnar, he's got RVD up for a powerbomb. Nice move there from Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate here. And he's certainly furious about what happened last week in his defeat against Dean Ambrose. I mean, Brock Lesnar, he's got to be pissed. I mean, the Shield's been getting the upper hand on Brock Lesnar for weeks. Lesnar, he's just got to be furious. God, I just burped. Okay, he's got to be furious and maybe hopefully he can channel that emotion, that rage, into his match against RVD here tonight. Otherwise, RVD could get a big upset. And now off a perfect plex, one, and a kick out. Well, I don't know if I should really call that a perfect plex. I'll just say it's Fisherman suplex. Oh my god, a vintage DD, oh my god. A vintage kick there by RVD, catching the leg of Brock Lesnar and then kicking him across the face. And now, that could spark a comeback here from Rob Van Dam. As RVD's got the Irish whip sending Brock Lesnar into the corner. And here's RVD setting him up for a monkey flip out of the corner. Nice move by Rob Van Dam. Now it's Lesnar in control. The Irish whip went for a clothesline, but a nice counter there by RVD. He went for a leg drop there, but now Lesnar went for a clothesline, and it was countered into a hurricanrana. Nice counter there by RVD. Once again went for a leg drop. But now, the Irish whip sending Lesnar off the ropes. And he went for a hurricanrana, but got caught into a powerbomb, a vicious powerbomb. One, and another kick out by Rob Van Dam. And now, Brock Lesnar with a belly-to-belly suplex. And Lesnar back in control as he's setting up RVD. Oh, he's looking to work the neck now off that hurricanrana counter into a powerbomb. And now Brock Lesnar, there's a powerbomb and a second one. But Lesnar still isn't done. He's setting up RVD for a third and final powerbomb. And now RVD back up onto his feet, but Lesnar quickly regains control. And he's got RVD into the corner. Nice counter there by Rob Van Dam. And RVD went for the shoulder tackle, but he got caught with a knee right across the chin there. And now Lesnar, the Irish whip, sending RVD into the corner right for a clothesline. Nice move by Brock Lesnar. And Lesnar showcasing his power in this one, using the power game to his advantage. RVD using that speed, and there's a nice back neck breaker by Rob Van Dam. And RVD, he's setting up Brock Lesnar off the ropes here. And now, oh, but a small package roll-up counter by Lesnar. 1, 2, and RVD kicks out. Nice. That was a close one there. Oh my God, no! No! RVD's in trouble. The Kimura lock is locked in by Brock Lesnar. The Kimura lock is locked in. RVD, he may have to tap out or his arm might get broken here. RVD manages to escape the Kimura lock here. But Lesnar once again gets the upper hand with a big clothesline. And now Lesnar with a roll-up here. 1, 2. No, and RVD reversed it. But wait a minute. Why is Lesnar going for a roll-up? 2 count, and Lesnar once again with a counter. 1, 2, 3, and Brock Lesnar defeats RVD with a roll-up. And I thought I'd seen everything. Brock Lesnar, he did showcase his dominance this one. Although he ended up with a roll-up victory, he still did take it to RVD. As you see, he didn't even get up for the beating that Lesnar gave him, but still, winning with a roll-up, I'm shocked.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring. From West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing 240 pounds, and approaching the ring from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 192 pounds, Daniel Bryan.
And welcome back to Monday Night Raw. As now we have Daniel Bryan going up against John. So we have not seen Cena since Capital Punishment in a match where he lost to the UCW Heavyweight Champion Therm. But now he's returned to Monday Night Raw here to go up against Daniel Bryan, who, since being traded to Raw from SmackDown, has currently gained a victory over Rob Van Dam last week on Raw. And he's also made a statement by targeting CM Punk. As we know, Daniel Bryan did interfere in, well, he didn't really interfere in the match, but he attacked CM Punk beforehand when Seth Rollins faced CM Punk last week, no, 2 weeks ago. This situation just becomes confusing, where Seth Rollins became #1 contender for the WWE Championship, but it ended up being Dean Ambrose competing at Capital Punishment and winning the belt. So there's still a little bit of mystery, some confusion surrounded in that subject. But anyway, now let's get into this one. Is John Cena? A victory would do him good, would do him well, as he hasn't won all that many matches. I mean, he's taken losses to Therm at Capital Punishment. He lost to Xander James at Over the Limit. I mean, true, Tensai did attack Cena during that match, but I mean, Cena hasn't really done a whole lot. I mean, he's just been losing a lot of matches. This would be a big momentum changer for Cena if he could defeat Daniel Bryan. But on the other hand, for Daniel Bryan, I mean, if he's trying to compete with CM Punk, we know Punk could maybe, look at it this way, if CM Punk wins back the WWE Championship and can defeat Dean Ambrose in a rematch, Daniel Bryan, if he gets a victory, not only over, if he can maintain a sustainable streak of victories, I mean, he beat RVD last week. If he beats Cena here, you never know. Maybe Daniel Bryan could find himself in the WWE Championship picture later on down the road. But as we see a nice drop toe hold takedown, as he pretty much pulled Daniel Bryan's face into the mat. And now John Cena ducks behind Daniel Bryan, and there's a nice back suplex from John Cena. And Cena, he has had some time to recover from his match at Capital Punishment, not 2 weeks ago, but I want to say 2 weeks ago, but it was more like a week ago, 8 days ago, let's just say that. And now, John Cena, he's got Daniel Bryan in the headlock, but Daniel Bryan with a nice technical counter, able to grab Cena by the arm and then break away. And now John Cena, he's got Daniel Bryan, gonna Irish whip him, but no, Bryan fights back. Or no, he didn't fight back. He got pulled back by Cena into a shoulder block. But I just want to let you guys know I have something planned that, I mean, I'm doing this commentary on September 1st. You guys probably won't see this for a little while. But I had gone about a month without playing Universe. That's how far ahead on recording I was. But what I plan on doing, I'm not going to record like a bunch of Universe episodes beforehand to get this thing done. But I plan on, for October leading into WWE 2K14, I plan on doing a Universe only month, which means I plan on only uploading WWE 13 Universe mode throughout the entire month of October. That doesn't mean I'm going to get daily uploads of Universe mode, but I am going to try. I plan on uploading only Universe mode throughout October. I mean, disregarding like pay-per-view previews and stuff like that, but as far as like my content, my series, I plan on only uploading WWE 13 Universe mode. I mean, by that time I should hopefully have Pokemon Light Platinum finished up. And I mean, because I had a certain point that I wanted to get to, and it's clear that I'm not going to be able to get there now, as I only have about 2 months. I mean, I have all of September and most of October to get to that point. But what I plan on doing is, for UCW, I'm going to continue the UCW storyline for, well, I mean, once the WWE UCW storyline is over, I plan on going all the way to Final Destination, which is like UCW's WrestleMania, and that should probably be the end of WWE 13 Universe mode. But like for the WWE, like I'm gonna make sure that that feud is over, and then WWE is gonna do something else for WWE 2K14, and then I'm still gonna continue WWE 13 Universe mode, but only with UCW. I don't know if that means I'm gonna condense it to one show, or if I'll have 2 shows for them still. I'm not exactly sure. Depends on, I have a storyline coming up, so it depends on how that works out. But I want to be able to finish UCW. I mean, just because I didn't get WWE's, you see, Cena, the AI Cena actually hits a 5-knuckle shuffle. But I don't want to cut UCW short. I mean, especially since I don't know if I'll be able to get them into WWE 2K14. I could just keep it as a separate series, AA by John Cena, and I'll finish talking on this in a later part, because it looks like Cena could get a victory here. 2 count, and 3, John Cena gets a victory over Daniel Bryan, and I will pick up where I left off on that UCW subject in the next match. Anyway, so John Cena gets a victory over Daniel Bryan, and this could maybe change the momentum for John Cena as he gets a victory over Daniel Bryan. Could this be the turning point in John Cena's career in this Universe mode? We'll have to find out in the coming weeks, but anyway, let's get on to the next match.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Iowa, Seth Rollins.
Next up on the card, Seth Rollins versus the UCW Heavyweight Champion Therm, as Therm finally getting on to a Monday Night Raw. I mean, I don't think we've seen Therm compete on Monday Night Raw. I don't think we've actually seen many WWE UCW matches on Raw, but anyway, like I was saying in the last match, as far as the Universe mode goes, hopefully I can get to Summer. Like, my plans at this point are now to get through to the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and then I will pick up with, I think Night of Champions comes after SummerSlam, so I will get through to SummerSlam, and then I will pick up leading into Night of Champions in WWE 2K14. Or, I mean, we'll just see how far the October Universe Mode thing can take me. I mean, at this point, I just want to be able to get to SummerSlam and then be able to pick up Night of Champions and all that stuff in the it would be the September month of Universe, but I want to get to at least SummerSlam, so that's why I'm trying to do Universe. I mean, it didn't help that I missed 2 months that I could have uploaded Universe Mode because of, it was first my laptop took a shit, well, no, it didn't take a shit. My friend actually fell on the laptop screen, so that got broken, and I had to get that fixed. So I couldn't upload then. I think I missed another month. I may have actually missed 3 months. I know, well, it took me, like, I couldn't really ever get started because Roxio gave me issues, and I had to take a break from that. I had to take a break with the laptop, which was a full month, just about. And then I had to take a break from Drew McIntyre's THQ this fur. But I had to take a break then because of the copyright claim that I got. It freaking blocked my video worldwide for no reason. It was just his entrance. And so that got me copyright. That took away another month. And then finally I was able to finally get going with this Universe Mode, and Seth Rollins driving the boots in the chest of Therm there, who was hanging in the Tree of Woe, but anyway. So, I missed almost 2.5, almost 3 months that I could have uploaded Universe Mode. So, hopefully with WWE 2K14 I can do a little bit more. Also, I was like, okay, so you can completely edit. Let's do 6 days Universe Mode. Wasn't the smartest decision. It was kind of difficult to come up with storylines, to be able to get there, and then to have to keep pumping out Universe Mode the way I did, which maybe it may not have been the best decision. But, I mean, with WWE 2K14, I plan on just doing Raw and SmackDown. I mean, maybe I could do like a Superstars show or something, I don't know, or like a main event. I guess it depends what all shows they have, but I plan on pretty much only sticking to WWE Superstars and only sticking to like Raw and SmackDown. So that way I won't overextend myself, and I'll be able to kind of keep the storylines fresh, because I had an idea that I wanted to execute in WWE13, but there's definitely not enough time now. But hopefully maybe I could take that storyline angle and use it in 2K14. Who knows? But I want to hopefully get to SummerSlam by the time WWE 2K14 comes out. I also I guess I have a little bit. What I think I might do with October Universe Mode, if I don't get all the way to SummerSlam before 2K14 comes out, I'll see if I can record up to that pay-per-view, and that way while I'm doing 30 Years of WrestleMania mode, because I'm not going to play Universe Mode until I get my full, I'm not going to play WWE 2K14 Universe Mode until I get all the stuff unlocked. Maybe I can do a customization episode or something, I don't know. But anyways, you see Therm kicks out. But I'm not going to play Universe Mode until I get all the stuff unlocked. So, while I play 30 Years of WrestleMania mode, or if I'm only going to show when I unlock things or something, I don't know. But when I do the 30 Years of WrestleMania mode, that I'll have a little bit of time that I can upload WWE13 Universe Mode as well, maybe. I don't know, it depends if I just want to crank out the 30 Years of WrestleMania before all the bigger YouTubers do, so that way I can get my YouTube money. I don't know. No, I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm going to be like, you're in it for the money, screw you. I don't know. But anyways, you see, Seth Rollins, a drive-by kick to Therm, and that could be it here. Seth Rollins goes into the cover, doesn't hook the leg. One, and a kick out by Therm. As you see, Seth Rollins should have hooked the leg. We got to make a hashtag, like, hashtag should have hooked the leg. Super kick off the top rope. What? Out of nowhere, Seth Rollins with a super kick off the top rope, and Therm, no selling like a champ, gets back up, and now he's going to roll up Seth Rollins. 1, 2, and Seth Rollins flips it over here. 1, 2, and Therm able to roll it over. 1, 2, 3, no, and Seth Rollins kicks out again, and there's a spear by Therm. So anyway, like I was saying, Final Destination I have planned for the November month. Like, I still have 3 or 4. Let me think. I have the Overboard pay-per-view. I have Extreme Apocalypse. What's the other one? It's like Elimination Chamber, but it's UCW's version. It's No Escape, and then I have Final Destination. So I still have 4 UCW pay-per-views left to do. So that's still like 4 months of UCW stuff that I'd be missing out on. So I plan on continuing that. So WWE 13 Universe Mode is going to continue into WWE 2K14. I mean, I don't think I'll be uploading it regularly, but I mean, I'll, like, maybe once a week or something I can try something. I guess it all depends on what kind of WWE 2K14 stuff I'm doing. But that's what I have planned for WWE 13 and UCW and all that stuff. And so yeah, that's how the universe is going to work from then. Hopefully, like I was saying, my plan is to get through SummerSlam in WWE 13, and then through WWE 2K14, I can go ahead and get to other. In WWE 2K14, I can continue with the WWE storylines and stuff like that from there. And as you see, Seth Rollins throwing Therm into the steel steps, but this has actually been a great match so far. I mean, I've kind of no-sold it, talking about, you know, my actual channel, you know, important things I've been talking about. But, yeah, I've kind of no-sold this match. This is actually a really good match going on here. Both superstars have taken a finisher. We're now on the outside here. This is definitely a great match. It could potentially, I don't know, because we saw Seth Rollins a super kick off the top rope. We've seen announce tables getting taken down over there. Steel steps have been destroyed. Finishers have been kicked out of. Roll-ups, near falls, not new counts. That doesn't make any sense. And now, roll-up counter there by Seth Rollins. 1, 2, and Therm able to counter now. 1, 2, and Seth Rollins with a counter. 1, 2, 3, and Seth Rollins knocks off the UCW Heavyweight Champion Therm. And this was such a back-and-forth match. You have to wonder if either superstar deserved to win. That might have actually been the perfect finish. Ending the match with, I don't know, but Seth Rollins, this could maybe be a Match of the Year candidate, as Seth Rollins defeats Therm in this one. That was a fantastic match. And anyway, so now, as we know, maybe it'll get outshined by our main event, the WWE Championship match.
The following contest is for the WWE Championship. Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 222 pounds, CM Punk. And his opponent from Cincinnati, Ohio, he is the WWE Champion, Dean Ambrose.
And how can you follow that last match? We're about to see if Dean Ambrose and CM Punk can top Thurm versus Seth Rollins here. So we have CM Punk cashing in his rematch clause for the WWE Championship as Dean Ambrose won the belt at Capital Punishment when it was supposed to be Seth Rollins competing for the title. And I guess the Shield had some sort of inside deal there. If John Laurinaitis may have been involved or something, I'm not sure if they were just trying to screw over CM Punk. But the Shield must have found some sort of loophole or something to get Ambrose a match with CM Punk. And now we have Punk and Ambrose competing for the WWE Championship live on Monday Night Raw here tonight. Well, technically it's not live because I'm doing this commentary post-recording, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway, so now Dean Ambrose, the Irish Whip, sending CM Punk into the corner, and he went for a clothesline, but Punk managed to get out of the way. And like I said, Punk and Ambrose, they got to follow up that fantastic match that we saw earlier on, so we'll have to see if either of these, or if this, we have to see if these two superstars in this match can top that last one. And there's a nice back neck breaker combination by Dean Ambrose. And Ambrose now, he's got CM Punk by the arm. And I might have oversold that match a little bit for being match of the year, but it was a great match. We'll see if Ambrose and Punk can top that. And now, Dean Ambrose, knee to the face of CM Punk down there at the bottom turnbuckle. And now Ambrose went to drop an elbow. Punk now back onto his feet with a kick to the gut. Now has Dean Ambrose by the arm. And now there's a nice hip toss takedown by CM Punk. And now, the straight edge superstar CM Punk now. Ambrose is in control, as I shouldn't have given him the long name because he lost advantage by that time. And he went for a chop with Punk with a counter. And I'm letting the AI play this one out because, I mean, the AI should have the right to do this one. Who knows who's going to win? Let's let the AI put a good match between these two by itself. And now, anyways, we see we had a bit of a standoff there, a stalemate so far at this point. Neither superstar getting a complete advantage. But as I say that, it looks like Dean Ambrose, never mind, Punk, reversing, keeping this at a 50-50 matchup as far as offense so far. And I get a drink. Okay, so now both superstars in a lockup here. And both of these superstars are fantastic wrestlers. CM Punk, the self-proclaimed best in the world. And Dean Ambrose, who's been known throughout the independents as a great wrestler. We've seen what he can do in the WWE so far. And now, Dean Ambrose, he's got CM Punk setting him up and with a sleeper hold here. He's looking to make CM Punk pass out. He's trying to wear out CM Punk. This is a great strategy by Ambrose. And Punk able to roll out of it. And he takes down Dean Ambrose, able to get out of the submission hold. And now it's Punk in control here with an elbow. And now there's a kick, two kicks to the legs. And now Punk has Ambrose by the arm. And now Punk, he's got him up for a gut buster. And this could be a very technical match as we've seen so far. CM Punk now with a camel clutch. Okay, I'm done getting drinks now. I'm done. Hang on, I'm going to put the drink over here. You guys can't see it, but I just put it over behind me. And there, Ambrose able to get out of the camel clutch. But now CM Punk, he's setting up Ambrose for a float over DDT. Nice move from the former WWE champion. And Ambrose rakes the eyes of his challenger, the #1 contender, CM Punk. And it's Ambrose now. He's got him in the headlock. And here's Dean Ambrose, elbow to the face of CM Punk. And now CM Punk, he has got the headlock, and he Irish whips Dean Ambrose into the corner. And now hanging up Dean Ambrose upside down in the tree of woe. This is not where Ambrose wants to be. And now CM Punk, who's going up to the top rope here. And he stomps on the chest of Dean Ambrose there after he was hanging in the tree of woe. So that was a very uncomfortable position. Just got a lot worse there with that move. As Ambrose able to sidestep the kick. And now both superstars in a lockup. But advantage goes to the #1 contender. And there's a kick to the back of Dean Ambrose. And now, as we see, he grabbed his head there, so he might have actually got the base of his head there. And now, he's got a half crab locked in, the half Boston crab. Is Ambrose going to tap? And no, Dean Ambrose manages to get to the ropes and force the rope break. As we know, CM Punk cannot win the championship by countout or disqualification. So that was a great strategy there by Ambrose, forcing CM Punk to break the count at a... Oh, wow, this is an even better strategy. A sleeper hold on the outside. CM Punk cannot get a rope break here. And referee at a count of 3. Ambrose can easily... Punk cannot win the title by a count out. So if Ambrose can even get Punk counted out here, or even a double count out, Ambrose retains the title. So that sleeper hold is a great strategy. But Punk back to his feet, able to get back into the ring. 6 count. And now Dean Ambrose, he's going to get back into the ring now. But I mean, that was a good thought there by Ambrose. Oh my God, no. Out of nowhere, CM Punk, out of nowhere, he's got him. Go to sleep. Go to sleep connects the GTS on a Dean Ambrose. And now CM Punk into the cover. 1, 2, no, not a 2 count. Ambrose manages to kick out. But that was a great idea by Dean Ambrose to lock in a sleeper hold on the outside, even if it was unsuccessful. Even if Punk, I mean, obviously Punk can't tap out on the outside, but that would have worked in Ambrose's favor in one of 3 ways, with Punk getting counted out, if Ambrose had gotten counted out, or if it was a double count out. I mean, either of those 3 ways, Ambrose would have retained the title, but unfortunately, it was in vain. And now Ambrose going back to the outside, and he's ripping off the top of the announce table there. Who knows what Dean Ambrose has planned here? As now Punk, or referee, starting the count here. And CM Punk up on the announce table. Dean Ambrose now, wait a minute. Oh no. Ambrose up on the top rope here. And Dean Ambrose elbow drop through the announce table. And Dean Ambrose off the top rope with an elbow drop, sending CM Punk through the announce table. And now Dean Ambrose working the arms with that signature maneuver. I might actually need to change that to something that is more, I don't know. What do you guys think of that signature? Let me know in the comments below if I should keep it or change it. And if so, what should I change it to? But elbow to the face by Ambrose. And after putting CM Punk through the announce table, okay, never mind, Punk back on his feet. Thought Ambrose might have been trying to go for a cover, but the AI decided to have him run around the ring like a doofus for some reason. Anyway, and now CM Punk, he's got an arm bar locked in. And could he force Ambrose to tap? Ambrose is close to the ropes here, but now Ambrose is able to counter it. He doesn't need the rope break as he counters. And wait a minute, Ambrose mocking CM Punk here. And what does Dean Ambrose have in mind? Punk back to his feet. Oh my God, Dean Ambrose. Ambrose with the Anaconda Vice locked in, and we've seen Punk defeat so many of his challengers with the submission hold. Miz, Brock Lesnar, Chris Jericho, all have fallen to the Anaconda Vice, but CM Punk is able to reverse, able to break out of Ambrose's Anaconda Vice, but we can see Punk holding his head has suffered severe damage from that, and a rake of the eyes busted open CM Punk. He may have actually scratched his face there or something. And actually, now that I think about it, I shouldn't have mentioned Miz on that list because Miz means nothing. Kick to the face there by CM Punk. And now, the straight edge savior up to the top rope. And there's an elbow, a springboard elbow drop. Signature CM Punk. And now, he looked like he was starting to get fired up, but Ambrose quickly tried to shut down that spark of momentum. And there's a snapmare takedown. Nice, very technical chain grappling there from these two. And a dragon leg sweep takedown by CM Punk. And now, the #1 contender, he's got Ambrose off his feet here. Hooks the leg. 1. And no, Ambrose manages to kick out, and the champion now is back on his heels as the challenger, currently trying to gain his momentum. But Ambrose shuts that down, driving Punk's face into the knee of Dean Ambrose. And now Ambrose ducks behind the challenger here. And there's a knee to the back and a neck breaker. Nice move there by Dean Ambrose. And now Ambrose, he's got Punk up onto his feet here. And again, working the arms here. And he drives Punk right down onto his face there. Could that be it as Ambrose goes into the cover? 1, 2, 3. And Dean Ambrose retains the WWE Championship. Dean Ambrose defeats CM Punk tonight on Monday Night Raw. And that was a great match. I don't know. Comment down below which match do you think was better, Thurm versus Seth Rollins or CM Punk versus Ambrose. We see that elbow drop off the top rope. There were some pretty high spots in this one. And now, as we can see here, Ambrose stealing the Anaconda Vice. I mean, he didn't manage to put Punk away, but still just stealing the Anaconda Vice. And as we see here, when he raked the eyes or scratched the face or whatever it was, he busted open CM Punk. And as you see the 3 count as Dean Ambrose successfully defeated CM Punk, retaining his WWE Championship. And now we got a long loading screen. We're maybe going to get a cutscene. And as you see here, wow, universe actually makes sense. The Shield attacking CM Punk. This is not where Punk wants to be. This is bad. And now Roman Reigns going to get a chair as we see, oh God, no, Roman Reigns, they're not going to do this to Punk. Punk just went through a grueling match with Dean Ambrose, and here we go, Daniel Bryan and Thurm coming down to the ring, and now Thurm going right after Dean Ambrose is Daniel Bryan. Why would these two save CM Punk?